memories of my grandma, and I'm just going to set the stage with this story here. Over the river and through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. We're on our way to Grandma Jean's house. Our family trips were always so much fun because the whole way there we would plan what out of all our VHS movies we're gonna watch. We'd make our movie lineup, and I just remember always being so intrigued by all those movies she had. It's way before DVDs, but they were cool. It was fun to go through them and say which movies we're gonna watch and make our lineup, and then the whole drive to her house, those long drives, we would wonder what treats she would have ready for us when we got there. I loved her cookies, her sour cream cookies with the cream cheese frosting, and we'd argue about what we thought she would have ready for us to eat, and really look forward to her food. And it didn't even have to be, her homemade noodles or something that's just her specialties. It could have been something simple like her chicken water romies or her tomato juice brownies, and just the little things that I still make those from. But we knew that as soon as we would arrive at her house, we'd be eating like royalty. So it was so fun, looking forward to getting there. And we knew that no matter the hour we arrived, Grandma would be up waiting for us with her arms wide open, with that magnificent smile. And the first thing she would say to my dad was, "You have a heavy foot." And she'd chime about, welcoming us in that merry tone of voice. And life was good. Then she'd announce her intentions by saying, "Now this grandma's gonna steal your sugar." And she'd hug us each tight and kiss our cheeks, stealing our sugar. She didn't have to roll out the red carpet. Because she had something way better than that. Her homemade blankets. I still remember the fresh, sweet smell of those blankets when she tucked me in and whispered, "My sweet Heather, your heavenly Father loves you so, and so do I, my dear granddaughter." She attended to each of our needs individually, and she had that magic touch that made every one of us feel so special. She really could turn a frown upside down. She exemplified love with all of her heart, and with that glorious, unforgettable smile. And as I reflect upon our moments together, I realized the guardian angel that my grandmother was in my life, and she still is. I am her first grandchild, born on her birthday, and we had a special bond. On all of my visitings with my grandma, I remember she never failed to brag about all of her grandkids, and I never kept count. I could never keep up with the quantity or their names, but I'll never forget the sparkle in her eyes when she talked about her grandkids. And I was blessed to come and visit her a few months ago at the nursing home, and we've had this joke my whole life, and she's always said, "Heather, now you're looking great for 74. And I'd say, "Yep, Grandma, and you're 35. And we had this joke where we'd switch our ages. So we got to do that one last time. And the last words and I witnessed from my grandmother before I left to head back home was her bearing her testimony of God the Eternal Father, His Son Jesus Christ, and Holy Ghost, and to read the scriptures and to keep the commandments. And that we were children of God. She always told us that you're a child of God. the most treasured gifts from her that I have today are my family, especially my father, her firstborn, and then my 3 awesome uncles, Uncle Sam, Uncle Evan, and Uncle Shay, and the world's greatest Aunt Jeanette. I keep her alive in our memories, and I talk to my daughter about her a lot. I looked in my daughter's eyes yesterday and I said, Mother, do you ever wonder where you get that big heart, that big sweet heart of yours? And she goes, where? And I said, from your grandma Jane, that's you. So, I just wanted to stand up here, and very honored to be able to stand up here and let you know that she loves us all. And, I'm not ever gonna forget that love, that feel it here, and I'll always keep it alive in my heart. And God be with us all, and God be with you, Grandma, until we meet again.
Thanks, Heather.